Hi there, it's Liz Hoppy. In this video, we're going to talk about Zoom for substitutes. To start, you're going to create a Zoom link. You can't usually use someone else's unless the classroom teacher knew that you were going to sub and has added you as a host. It's likely you're going to be creating your own link. So I'm going to go through that procedure. When you go to zoom.us, you're going to click sign in the top right corner. And then if you look at the sign in screen, there's a sign in with Google button at the bottom. So you're going to click Google and then sign in with your wyneme.org account. That's going to open up the meetings page and you're going to schedule a meeting. Now there are all kinds of details you can read through. You're going to add the date and the time. There's not a, like if you say it's going to end at 10:30, it's going to close the Zoom at 10:30. That time is really just for your help. So don't worry too much about getting that time exactly right. But you're going to put the date and then schedule the meeting. And then of course, save is at the bottom. The next screen you're going to see is going to have your invitation and the link that you're going to copy to give to your students. So where you see it says copy invitation, you copy that. You don't need to give all the different phone numbers and everything. Really, if you get families the meeting link, the meeting ID, and the passcode, that's usually the first few lines. That's all they're likely going to need, and they probably won't even need all that. They'll probably just need the link. All right, so don't worry about all the different phone numbers that go there. Get them the main information. You also, if you're ready to start the meeting, you also have start this meeting button on this screen. So if you want to just leave this tab open, get the information to the students so they know to join, and then you can start the meeting. That'll be just fine. After you've shared the invitation and the link with your students, either by posting it as an announcement in Seesaw using the green plus sign, or posting it in the stream in Google Classroom to introduce yourself and give the Zoom link, you're going to start the meeting. If you're not on the screen still, once you go back to meetings, you'll see that your scheduled meetings are there. You can just hover over it and a start your meeting is going to come up on the right side and you'll be able to start your meeting. This is the kind of thing, once you do it once, it's going to seem really easy. I did put a copy of what the toolbar looks like on the bottom. So I want you to see down at the bottom, I can't put my mouse down there or else the Google Slides toolbar is going to come up. But starting on the left, you see that's where you mute yourself. And then there's the little arrow. If you need to change something with your audio, maybe it's not finding your headphones or something, you can click right there and it's going to give you some audio options. And the same is true with video. That's where you can start or stop your video so that you're on camera. Moving to the right, you see participants. That's where you can click and see all the people that are in your meet. That's also where you'll mute people. And then chat. If you need to share your screen, you've got your share screen button right there. You may or may not have polling. And then you'll see where you could record it, breakout rooms, and then a reaction button. And then finally, when you're done with your Zoom, you have the end. After you click the end button, you're going to notice you have the option to end this Zoom for all. Please make sure that you do that so that all students leave the Zoom and you don't have students hanging out when there's no teacher there, just like you wouldn't leave them at recess. I talked about this in the Meet video. Just like you wouldn't leave kids out at recess without a supervisor, we're not going to do that in our Zoom or our Meets either. We're going to make sure that all the students have left. So end and then end this meeting for all is what you need. So that's the basics of Zoom. It's really pretty straightforward, and I bet many of you are already familiar. I want to show you exactly what it's going to look like. So I'm going to go to zoom.us. There's my sign-in button, and then there's Google. And it's going to sign me in with the Google button. I don't have any meetings scheduled right now, so I'm going to go to schedule a meeting. And then you could name this the person you're subbing for. You can put in your time. It doesn't matter at all. You've got some options to go through. And then you're going to save. All right, here's the second screen I was showing you. Here's the invitation. Now, if you go to copy invitation, it's got all this information. Really, that right there is probably about all you need. You're welcome to post it all, but that with the link, the meeting ID and the passcode, that's probably sufficient, all right? Or you could just click copy meeting invitation and grab all of it. When you're ready to start the meeting, you're gonna click start the meeting. So on my computer, it opens in a different screen. It's not in a browser tab. I'm going to join with computer audio. And then I'm going to mute myself. Okay, so here's the screen. You can see on the bottom, there's the mute and unmute. I've got some options here where I can select the microphone I want to use. Same thing on video. I can select a camera if I'm having trouble. Here's where I would see all the participants. I can mute all. Do I have anything interesting? Not really. Okay, I can change someone's name if I need to. There's chat, so I can chat. If I want to share my screen, I have some sharing settings. Do a poll, record, breakout rooms. If the classroom teacher has suggested you use breakout rooms, do that. And then when you end the meeting, here's end meeting for all that you're going to choose. So that's all there is to creating a Zoom meeting, sharing that link with your students in Seesaw or Google Classroom. And I hope that answers your questions. You are welcome to sign in before having students and practice a Zoom. You don't even have to have anyone join you. You can see I just created a meeting and joined it so I could see what all the buttons look like. Every computer might be slightly different, so it's worth testing it out before you have students in there so that you feel really comfortable. Thanks for all you're doing to sub for Wainimi. I hope that information helps you.